Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to the NCUK University Global Fair. My name is Ben Cunliffe, and I'm the Head of Marketing for NCUK. Welcome to the NCUK University Global Fair, where today you'll be able to discover your ideal study destination by having the chance to meet with more than 45 universities from around the world, including the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the USA, and many other destinations. At today's fair, you'll be able to speak with university staff about your study options. You'll also be able to access exclusive materials such as exclusive scholarships to NCUK students. And in this session, you'll be able to learn about our most popular study destinations. So the main reason why you're here today is to visit the university booths. So to be able to do this, once you've entered the fair, there is a menu on the left-hand side. So there are three options for you to choose from. You have the lobby area. So in this lobby area is where you will find all messages from university staff. You'll be able to ask questions on the right-hand side, as well as engage with frequent posts throughout the day. In the second option is the main stage session. So this is where you are now when you're watching this live session. So this is the only session of today. So once this session is finished, you'll no longer need to access this main stage area. So the main area that you will be accessing is the universities area, which is highlighted in yellow on the left-hand side. So again, you can access that from the left-hand side menu. So once you click on this area, it then takes you to the university booth homepage. You can see that we've categorized our universities by their study destination. So if you'd like to speak to universities in Australia, just click on the Australia tab, and then that will load up the 6 universities available for you to speak to there. We also have a dedicated NCUK booth here today, where we have staff from NCUK who are available to chat with. If you have any questions, if you're not currently studying with NCUK and you'd like to learn more about who NCUK are, how we can help you study abroad, then please do visit the NCUK stand today and chat to our colleagues there. But if you're currently a student and you'd like to learn about your study options and your progression options at our universities, then please do visit the university booths throughout the course of the fair. So this brings us on to this main session today, which is showcasing our universities around the world. We're going to visit 4 different countries today, and we'll learn why you should choose to study in the UK, hosted by the University of Leeds. We'll then find out why you should choose to study in Canada with the University of Alberta. And then we're going to go a bit down under, going to go to New Zealand, find out why we should study in New Zealand, hosted by the University of Auckland. And then finally, we'll stop off at Australia and learn about why you should choose to study in Australia, hosted by the University of New South Wales, Sydney. So without further ado, I'd like to progress this session and introduce you to our universities. Thank you.
My name's Kasia. I'm an international officer at the University of Leeds. I'm going to be speaking to you today about the university, our campus, the city of Leeds, and also briefly at the beginning about studying in the UK in general. So an education in the UK is internationally recognised. The University of Leeds is in the Russell Group, which is a group of 24 research-intensive universities. And that research really does feed down into all levels of study. The employability opportunities, both in placement years and study abroad if undergraduate studies, and also recently, starting this year, there's been the graduate route visa, which means that international students can stay and study in the UK for 2 years after they graduate. We have a real variety of courses. So at the University of Leeds, there are over 300 undergraduate and 200 master programs to choose from with lots of different combinations. And also the student life, there's a real focus on events and activities put on by the university, and also in the city or area that you'd be based in. Leeds is a top 100 university in the world, according to the QS World Rankings. We are 5th most targeted UK university by graduate recruiters, which means that employers really see hiring Leeds graduates as an asset to their company to start their careers. Also talking about student experience, which I think is a lot to do with the university experience, but also being located so conveniently right next to the vibrant multicultural city of Leeds. So this map shows you how close we are. So the highlighted area with the dark red pointers, that is the university campus. So it's a real campus community feel with 24/7 security. We have the Union, which is the heart of the campus. We also have the Edge, which is our gym facility, lots of green spaces. Laidlaw and the Parkinson building are where some of our libraries are, but you can see it's only a short 10 to 15 minute walk and you're in the city centre of Leeds. So it is one of the largest cities in the UK. It's in the north of England. It's really student friendly with a real student community, both on our campus and in the city. And we do find that our students spend a lot of their time both on the campus and in the city, a real combination. It has great transport links. So we do have Leeds Bradford Airport that flies to European destinations, and it's really convenient to get the train to Manchester International Airport. Outside of London, it is one of the UK's largest centres for business, legal and financial services. It's a real centre in the north of England for sports. So we have football, rugby and cricket stadiums in Leeds. There's also lots of theatres and museums and music venues. Some pictures of the city. So we have Leeds International Piano Competition, which happens every 3 years. Part of that is the Leeds Piano Trail, which is lots of different sculptures and pianos that are installed throughout the city. And you can see one of them there, but also on our campus. Leeds Light Night has been happening for 16 years. It's the UK's largest annual arts and light festival. Lots of different installations throughout the city, as well as performances that students can go around and walk and see. We have lots of different shopping in the city, as well as different places to eat lots of different cuisines. There's also the Yorkshire Dales, which is a national park that's located in Yorkshire, where we're based, but there are lots of parks, so Hyde Park, Golden Acre and Roundhay in Leeds, so green spaces to get out to. The bottom right is Kirkstall Abbey, which is a really beautiful abbey to visit not too far from the campus. We have 7 faculties in the University of Leeds, and within those are different schools. So you would be based, whatever subject you're interested in, you'd be based in one of these schools, and that would be where there would be dedicated career support for you, so employability officers in those schools that understand about career prospects for students looking for work in that subject area. Also dedicated student support, personal tutors and facilities as well. So we do have, as well as the school support, we also have dedicated international student support for our international students. We have Leeds Student Medical Practice, the Union, as I've mentioned, so it has over 300 different clubs and societies. We also have a Give It a Go initiative, so encouraging students to try something different. We do guarantee our international students accommodation for the duration of their studies, as long as you apply by certain deadlines. And we are continually investing in high-class facilities with different buildings opening all the time, whether that be specialist facilities in your faculty or just around the campus. We have lots of computer clusters, continually investing in IT. We've got 4 libraries on the campus. So employability and opportunities, there's obviously optional modules and discovery modules to tailor degrees. There's placement year and study abroad for undergraduate degrees. The dedicated career centre, as I mentioned, they'll do things such as employer-led talks as well as workshops. They're always organising career fairs, so broad ones, but also in particular subject areas. Recently, we've had a global career fair, so we had weeks for Europe and China, Asia Pacific and India, to name a few examples. We've also have kind of law fairs, and we've recently had career fairs targeted at sustainability and green jobs with companies with a real focus in that. We have great links with industries both in Leeds, in the UK and internationally. We have a really large, engaged alumni network, and we do encourage students to link up with student alumni that are working in areas that they're interested in. You can also contact our current international students through our Link to Lead scheme. These are students that are happy to be asked about studying if they're doing the same course that you're interested in, but also just about their student experience in general. They write blogs regularly on all different things from food to finding a graduate role. They also do live chat events and have their own social media that you can follow. So thank you very much for listening. Please do come and speak to me at the NCUK Global University Fair if you have any questions about the university or entry requirements. We also do have an NCUK dedicated mailbox, which is in the bottom left there, that you can contact as well. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Hello everybody, my name is John Gregory and I'm the Director of International Recruitment at the University of Alberta. We are located in the city of Edmonton, in the province of Alberta, in the country of Canada. We're proud to be a partner of NCUK and have welcomed many previous NCUK alumni to come and study with us. So I'm going to start off with telling you a bit about Canada. If you remember one key fact about Canada, it's a very multicultural country. Nearly a quarter of the population was born outside of Canada. So if you come to Canada to study, you'll be living, studying, and working with people from all across the world. It's a very large country in terms of land, but we have a relatively small population, at just under 40 million people. Some well-known Canadians are just showing on the screen now, hopefully some of whom you recognize. Canada is well known for its outstanding natural beauty, and below is a view from the Rocky Mountains, which is located in the province of Alberta, where we are. Moving on to the education system in Canada. Canada is a very popular choice for international students, and over 500,000 international students now live and study in Canada. A few of the reasons why Canada is so popular is due to the flexible nature of the degree programs. There's the opportunity to do major and minors, and throughout your degree, you're able to study both your main subject area, but also subjects from other areas as well. At the University of Alberta, we offer great co-op opportunities, and co-op is where students undertake paid work experience during their studies. So you graduate with both a good degree, but also a valuable paid work experience. Upon graduating from a Canadian bachelor's degree, you're able to obtain a 3-year post-graduation work permit, which allows you to work for 3 years in Canada after your studies, and many students use this as a route to permanent residency and eventually citizenship. With those, how many international students are studying in Canada, I'm pleased to also say it's a very popular option with international students, and over 95% of them would recommend you study in Canada. So the city we're in is the city of Edmonton. Edmonton's population of just over 1 million, and in the background you can see the downtown, the city centre area of Edmonton. They're 3 hours away from the Rocky Mountains, and we're a very sunny city. Most days the sun is out and shining. One of the big attractions of Edmonton is the largest shopping mall in North America. Edmonton has a very high disposable income, and Alberta actually offers the highest average salaries in Canada. In the background is part of this shopping mall, when it's the World Water Park, which is the largest indoor water park in the world, and a place my kids love to go to, and I do too. At the University of Alberta, we're proud of our ranking. We're in the top 100 universities in the world and in the top 5 in Canada. This is our main campus, or North Campus, where most of our students study. There's residents, there's sports facilities, labs, libraries, and we are a major research university, so we have a number of hospitals on campus as well, where medical research is carried out. The strength of our research is highlighted by one of our faculty members, Dr. Michael Houghton, winning the 2020 Nobel Prize in Medicine, and that was for the discovery of a hepatitis C virus. So you'll be studying with some top researchers. The university campus is very lively. There's lots of student clubs you can join, sports you can play, and you can cheer on our sports teams as well. We do offer guaranteed on-campus residence to international students. If you come to Alberta, you would be guaranteed a place on campus. And about 15% of our population is international. So we're a very popular choice with both Canadian students and international students. One of the features I wanted to highlight to NCUK students was our generous scholarship program, and particularly the President's International Distinction Scholarship. This is $120,000 for the degree, so $30,000 per year, and we will be awarding 25 of them to students this year. So if you're a talented NCUK student with excellent grades and strong extracurricular activities, I would strongly encourage you to apply for the President's International Distinction Scholarship. We offer you a high ranking, which means your degree is well recognized by employers. And with Canada, there's great opportunity to stay on after your studies. And you come into a very multicultural environment with nearly a quarter of the population born outside of Canada. So if you're looking at a Canadian university, I would highly recommend the University of Alberta, and hope to see you at the NCUK Fair. Thanks for now.
We built a university before there was a city surrounding us. No one had performed an open heart surgery, but then we did. We built Alberta's first satellite and sent it into orbit. We discovered hepatitis C, and now we're developing a vaccine. Pushing the boundaries. We've always done it. We're still doing it. And here's what it looks like. It's building a car to challenge the way we think about fuel sources. It's creating opportunities to learn about our Indigenous history and our mountains. It's testing food alternatives to help feed the world. It's about looking at centuries of ice core samples to find answers to climate change. It's learning from our past to preserve our future. It's creating something from nothing that's inspired by everything. It's setting a personal best and a national record. It's taking 36,000 voices and making sure we are heard. Pushing boundaries is about finding out what you are capable of and then pushing yourself beyond what you thought you were. Great things are happening here. And we know you are bound for great things.
Kia ora, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Jennifer Warnick, and I'm one of the international managers here at the University of Auckland, and I'm here to talk about what makes studying in New Zealand and the University of Auckland so special. So let's get started. Following in the footsteps of our Maori predecessors, the founders of Aotearoa New Zealand, who journeyed on to these shores by sea in one of these wakas, which you can see in the photo here, you too can start your own journey and write your own story by exploring the unique range of opportunities New Zealand has to offer, you personally, educationally, and professionally. New Zealand has three qualities or attributes that we think as a nation make us unique. They define who we are, how we behave, and what we have to offer the world and students like you. Kaitiaki. We are the guardians of people, place, and the planet. This care extends to everything we do and everything we create. We are considered a progressive nation, yet we seek not to damage what is precious to us or the world. Ingenuity. With our spirit of exploration, adventure, and creativity, we turn ideas into reality and solve what others do not. So our fresh perspective to problem solving and making things happen is highly valued by many around the world. And last but not least, integrity. And this one's important. We do what we say we will do, and we do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. This deeply ingrained value delivers the trust behind our good reputation around the world. Harimai Tamaki Makoro, Auckland. Welcome to Auckland. Auckland is a rich and vibrant global city, which is home to over 1.5 million people. It's third in the world for quality of living and in the top 25 student cities. So lots of activities and things for students to participate in. It has a multicultural population with 1 in 4 residents born in another country, myself included. Auckland is the commercial and business hub of New Zealand and is the top city for job opportunities, climate, and lifestyle. So there is definitely a reason why so many people find their way here to New Zealand and Auckland to live. The U of A is New Zealand's largest university with over 42,000 students and is ranked #1 in the country. It is also ranked 83rd in the world in the QS World Rankings, putting us in the top 1% of all universities worldwide. We have over 8,000 international students from over 120 countries, making it a very culturally diverse place to live. But there are still plenty of New Zealanders and Kiwis for you to get to know and meet and work and study with. We are the most innovative university in New Zealand and the highest ranked New Zealand university for graduate employability, which means this is great news when paired with our post-study work rights policy, offering 3 years of work rights after graduation to stay and enjoy all that this great city and country have to offer. We offer a world-class education that is respected and recognized around the world. We have 10 subjects ranked in the top 50, ranging from arts to education to medical and health sciences, science and engineering. So there really is something for everyone. The UN's Sustainable Development Goals are on many people's minds, and being ranked in the top 10 universities in the world for sustainable impact recognizes our commitment to sustainability and making a positive social impact through research, teaching, and knowledge transfer. We all have a role to play in making this world a better place to live, and we are proud to be contributing to this good fight for all of us. As I mentioned before, we do have a wide range of faculty. So we've got 8 faculties offering many great disciplines and quite a diversity of choice of subjects and majors as well. As an innovative institution, we are at the fore of many technological advances and are always looking for bright minds to challenge the status quo and reimagine the world we live in, to help us create a new story and a new narrative. The U of A offers over $15 million in scholarships to international students each year. One of the main scholarships for undergraduate students is the International Student Excellence Scholarship. There are around 50 of them a year, and they're each awarded at about $10,000. Campus life. Okay, there is lots to do and see in and around the campus. With more than 200 students, student-run clubs, there will be something of interest for everyone. We encourage students to join in these activities because it really helps to connect you with the campus community, make new friends, and really get involved in student life. Let me share with you some stories from some of our international students about why studying at the University of Auckland is so special.
My favorite thing about Auckland is really how beautiful the city is. I spend a lot of my free time walking around the viaduct with my best friends, just looking at the beautiful scenery there.
New Zealand is great, it's really accepting. I feel like home here.
It's also beautiful in terms of seeing a lot of diversity here as well.
When I was looking at pictures of New Zealand, it was just beautiful. Coming from India, where everything is like very metropolitan and where the pace of life is very fast, the work-life balance and the pace of life in New Zealand is amazing.
People in New Zealand are very helpful. They will help you to settle down in New Zealand, make you feel as a friend or family, you can say.
If you travel out of Auckland, within an hour you see some really beautiful, amazing scenery. You have like beaches. The whole landscape of New Zealand is amazing. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I've made some lifelong friends in New Zealand. Kiwis are always ready to help. The companies are unbiased and females are given equal importance as their male counterparts.
Since moving to New Zealand, I've met some great friends and I'm really happy that I made this decision.
New Zealanders do genuinely care about other people. It was like the biggest reassurance knowing that Kiwis are one of the nicest people in the world.
So now that you know a little something about Aotearoa, New Zealand and the University of Auckland, what will your story be? Start your story with us today in one of the safest, most culturally diverse, educationally prominent, and beautiful places in the world. Visit our website to ask Auckland any questions you may have, or email us, and one of our friendly staff will get back to you as soon as they can. Kia ora, and thank you.
Hey there. I'm Victoria and I'm a fourth-year Law and Marketing student at the University of Auckland.
Hey, my name's Shivani and I'm a third-year Population Health and Psychology student. And I've got an 8 a.m. lecture, so I have to leave early.
I'm Henry and I study Sociology and Population Health here at the University of Auckland.
So I normally park here at the Owen Glen building. It's so handy getting to park right in the middle of campus. I've grabbed a quick bite and a coffee from Strata and I'm on my way to my lecture.
First up is Psychology 207, Personality and Development.
Next up is one of my favourite classes, Education 200, Youth Mentoring.
My first lecture is Criminal Law. It's really interesting and the class discussions are always intense. It's actually this way.
I also help out at the Early Learning Lab, part of the Psychology department.
I'm also a member of the university's Debating Society.
Back at Grafton now for one of my Māori health papers. It really challenges me to think beyond the surface and to become a better health professional.
We've got a bit of a gap between now and our next lecture, so we're going to take a pit stop at the engineering building and get a bit of study done.
Whew, I'm off home now. Can't wait to do it all again tomorrow. See ya!
From the University of New South Wales in Sydney, Australia. We're lucky enough to be an NCUK partner institution and one of the only partners based here in Australia. So I thought I'd start with why Australia is a great study destination. So Australia really does have a world-class education system. 7 of the universities here are ranked in the top 100 worldwide. We're a hub for innovation, forefront of technology. So we invented Wi-Fi, Google Maps. But the lifestyle and the student experience, we've got great weather, it's clean, it's safe, it's a beautiful country. And the economic growth opportunities, this really is the kind of deciding factor, I guess. You know, the number of jobs available, the post-study work opportunities, and certainly the salary levels here in Australia are a definite advantage for you as you study, and then once you graduate also. Sydney. I mean, it's a beautiful city. You've got the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge there. But Sydney's regularly voted one of the best places to live, one of the most livable cities, great student city. It's also the business and intellect capital of Australia. So all of the big global firms have their head offices based here. And that just means, the jobs are available in New South Wales. There's much more opportunity for work internships, career placements, or indeed when you graduate, those job opportunities are right here in New South Wales. Like I said, the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, but we're also kind of harboured by 100 beaches down the coastline of Australia. So for all the way down New South Wales, there's 100 beautiful, pristine beaches for you to enjoy whilst you're studying here with us. And the culture in Sydney, it's really vibrant. We've got people from all over the world. 31% of the population are born overseas. There's 250 languages spoken. And Sydney's super safe. So like I say, regularly voted one of the best student cities and most livable cities here in Australia. So the University of New South Wales, I suppose I should tell you a little about us. We're a world leader in education. We're ranked 44th in the world in the QS World Rankings. A member of the prestigious Group of 8, which is Australia's leading 8 institutions, world renowned for their research output. We have #1 most employable students at UNSW. We have the #1 Startup Founders Programme for any budding entrepreneurs out there. We're ranked 4th in Australia, and 22 of our subjects here at UNSW are ranked in the top 50 worldwide. So what can you study? We've got 6 faculties and over 400 courses. So our business school is #1 in Australia, the engineering school #1 in Australia. Arts, design and architecture have got a huge range of disciplines. I think there's like 32 courses or something like that sits under their umbrella. 27th in the world for architecture. We've got medicine and health, ranked #4 in Australia, law and justice, and UNSW science. Again, a huge range of majors for you to choose from. Like I said, 400 courses available. But really, it's when you come to our campus that the student life comes to the forefront, and your experience within our societies, our clubs, is really guided by a lot of the services that we have. So on our campus, right here in the heart of Sydney, you'll have health and well-being, whether it's a doctor on campus, or anxiety workshops, or counselling, or volunteering opportunities, and careers and development, and that kind of advice. There'll be a service there to support you at every stage of your student life and your student experience. Like I say, using those services and embedding, your social scene, your activities, your connections, your networking, using that alongside your degree is really what sets you up for your future career. We have, of course, a gym and your accommodation options, and really, making your student life as enjoyable and as happy as we can, so that you can succeed in the future. But I'll let one of our students talk to you a little bit about her experience and how she combined the societies and the degree to then land her dream job. So I'm going to hand you over to Catherine. She was a graduate of our business school and has a really cool job.
Having a business background enables you to pretty much work in any industry, in any kind of role. Really provides a great base for anyone to kind of get a great kickstart into the working world. My name is Catherine Hu. I'm a Customer Solutions Manager at TikTok and a UNSW Business School alumna. My 3rd year of university, I joined the UNSW Consulting Club, which is a club that sends UNSW students overseas to compete in international case competitions. Case competition is essentially business strategy competition that usually is comprised of a team of 4, and you get a time slot of anywhere between 5 hours to a week long to solve a really large-scale, complex business problem. Coming out of uni, there were so many transferable skills like being a good communicator, being a good team member, presenting well. These kind of skills that you built up over the years studying here are so easily transferable into the workforce. What really inspires me is being able to be part of teams that help build new things and and come up with creative ideas. And so one industry that does that very frequently is the tech industry. And so for me, it was a natural pull towards there. And then once I started working for Google and now TikTok, you really do feel that creative process through everything.
So I guess it's no surprise then that our rankings continue to be very high in employability. So like I said, we are number one for most employable graduates. We also are the university that has the highest median salaries in Australia. So our graduates coming out of undergrad, on average, their starting salary is 80,000 Australian dollars against the national university average of 73,000. So our salaries are significantly higher for our graduates, and employers know them, they come looking for our students. There's also lots of projects you can get involved in, and Robert is going to talk to you a little bit about his experience within engineering, and again, a really cool job. So I'll hand over to Robert.
I kind of like going to extreme places, just kind of challenging myself. I guess SunSwift, because we were racing a solar car from Darwin to Adelaide in the desert. It's kind of a similar atmosphere to this, where you're in the middle of nowhere, you're with a small, close-knit team, and you're responsible for fixing things with fairly limited resources. It's probably the best preparation for coming down here. I'm employed by the Bureau of Meteorology. So my role is a technical officer engineering. We do a lot of measurements of the weather, which is really important for scientific analysis of climate change and the impact climate change is having on Antarctica. It's pretty special. I feel pretty lucky every day. Like at the moment, it's really special. We've only got 4 hours of daylight, but because the sun's always so low in the sky, it's like you've got sunrise and sunset colours all day. I think the engineering degree was really helpful. A lot of the student-led projects like SunSwift really help being able to apply the things you learn theoretically in a classroom in a practical setting. And I think it gives you a kickstart for your career when employers see you've already got practical skills and you know how to manage your time and how to deal with other people and deal with deadlines, and you become a lot more attractive candidate. When you look at my friends I graduated with, the range of careers they have, there's people working at Tesla making electric cars, there's people over in the UK developing bionic devices, people working for banks. I think what an engineering degree gives you is a toolkit to approaching problems, being analytical, collecting data, and then coming up with creative solutions. And that's really helpful, but it's also a pretty highly desirable mindset in all industries. UNSW do a really good job of giving you a high level of theoretical training, good practical skills with lots of student projects and lots of strong links to industry to make sure that you can have a placement while you're still studying. We've got what we call surface observations, so we've got our thermometers that measure the temperature, humidity measurements, we've got wind measurements, we record how much sunshine there is in a day, how much snow's fallen. We've got a device that measures the height and the amount of clouds. So all of those go into the climatological record, so they're able to look at trends over time and see the effect of climate change. I guess, I always like to make a positive contribution to the world, to try and leave things in a better place than when I started, to use the skills I've got through UNSW engineering to improve things, make things more efficient and minimising their impact on the environment. My name is Robert Makepeace and I'm a Bureau of Meteorology Technical Officer in Engineering down here at Davis Station in Antarctica, and I'm a UNSW engineering alumni.
And of course, the best news is that UNSW are really looking for the brightest minds, and we want to reward that academic merit. So I know from past experience that NCUK students are really focused, really are those future leaders. So if you think you've got something special, then we welcome your application for a scholarship. Those awards are anywhere between 5,000 and full tuition, and they happen each intake that we have. So yeah, UNSW Australia is a great great place for your studies, and certainly the world is open to you after a degree with us. We've got lots of links for you to connect with our students, have a look at some more videos and profiles, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you throughout the progress of your chosen study. Thanks. Bye.
You're the person the world needs. Life is changing, and the future is uncertain. You may not know how or why yet, but you know you're here to make a difference. You're not waiting for the universe to give you the answers. You're finding them for yourself. Challenging echoes with evidence. Few people have great ideas. Even fewer make them happen. It takes a dreamer, an explorer, a researcher, a leader, a thinker. It takes someone like you.
So I hope you found that session useful. I certainly did. So with NCUK, we have more than 45 universities around the world for students to progress to. We have universities in the UK, universities in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, the USA, and many other destinations. So you can see the full extent of the university's progression options on this slide. And the vast majority of these universities are all here at the University Global Fair today. So once again, this is your time to chat directly with university staff in their university booths. So after this session is done in a few moments' time, then please do make your way to the university booths area and speak to universities about your study options with them. As well as speaking to the universities in their booths, a great useful tool to use after the fair is concluded is our university course finder. So on our website, www.ncuk.ac.uk, you'll be able to use our course finder tool, which allows you to search through all of our degree courses available at the NCUK universities that I showed you on the previous slide. You can search for courses in your favorite subjects. You can filter by specific universities, and you can also see the university progression options from our qualifications as well. And then what this course finder does is it shows you the NCUK qualification grade requirements needed to progress onto that university. So if you are a current NCUK student and you're currently studying at one of our study centres and you would like to apply to some NCUK university courses, then please do speak to your study centre and they'll be able to guide you through the full application process, as well as our dedicated student support teams who are also here to support you through your progression as well. If you're not currently an NCUK student, but you'd like to start your journey with us to progress to university, then here are some reasons why. Since 1987, NCUK has helped over 35,000 international students find a place at university. 90% of our students get into their first choice university, and about 80% of students achieve a first or second class degree at university, which highlights the high quality strength of our qualifications. And our qualifications do fully prepare you for university study and help you succeed once you get there. So to start your journey with us, we have study centres all over the world. So we have more than 100 study centres in about 30 different countries worldwide, meaning that you can choose to study your qualification locally in your local country, or we also have a number of study centres in the UK and Ireland as well for you to gain an extra year of study abroad before you start your university qualification. So again, if you'd like to find out more information, you can visit our website, which is www.ncuk.ac.uk. And before I go, I just wanted to share some examples and testimonials from our students to hear what they have to say about NCUK.
It has been a wonderful experience with NCUK, they really prepared me for studying and living in the UK.
I feel that I've been amply prepared, prepared enough to tackle challenges that university was to offer.
The NCUK really played a vital role in helping me apply for university.
It was a really good experience. My tutors were really helpful.
Personally, I believe NCUK was one of the best decisions I made.
I received all necessary support.
And I'd highly recommend the NCUK program.
And you can go through the same successful path I did.
So thank you for watching this session. Now is your chance to visit our university booth. So I can see that there's been some questions coming through this session. So what I would like to say is any questions that you have about universities, our universities are all here today at the fair. So please do visit their booths and ask them any questions that you've got about what it's like to study at their university. And then finally, once again, if you're not currently studying with NCUK, but you'd like to learn more about our qualifications and how we can help you study abroad, then please do visit us at the NCUK booth as well. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the fair. Thank you.